Hello, I'm Roly. I'm a custodian of a woodland in Derbyshire, and today's video blog 69. As you can see, I'm on a beach in the early hours of December. Last night I participated in the Krampus Run at Whitby. I went to Whitby expecting theatre, but the Krampus Run felt like standing in a path of a living season. Smoke drifted off the harbour, mixed with the cold breath of the North Sea. Bells clattered, hooves hammered on the cobbles, and the Krampusse surged forward in a tide of horns, fire and firelight. People laughed, children shrieked, but beneath it all there was an older current, something primal, that thrummed the same way the wind does through the pines of my woodland. You AI?
Does this look like AI?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. I'll be coming for you.
I stood there not as a tourist, but as a custodian of the woodland, and instead of monsters, I saw winter spirits. The Krampusse dancers didn't seem like performers at all. They were the embodiment of winter's fierce face, the necessary counterweight to the gentle solstice flame. For years I have listened to the quiet teachings of my woodland. The stillness before snow, the long patience of roots, the hush before the longest night. But Whitby reminded me that winter also has teeth, and sometimes the seasons must be summoned rather than awaited. There was a moment, just a heartbeat, when one of the horned figures met my gaze through the tangle of smoke and noise. Everything fell away. No bells, no laughter, just that old ancestral recognition, as though the wild spirits of the Alps were acknowledging the watcher of another land's trees. A nod across the dark half of the year, when the run ended in the parade, which slid back into the night. The harbour felt cleansed, salt, soot, and something strangely sacred left behind. A few nights later, I'm back in the woodland, and that feeling returned of wetness. So I performed a small rite, nothing grand, just a gesture to honour the meeting of shadow and spark at twilight. But it rained so badly some morning. I took a single birch branch like the ones Krampusse carries. Birch has always symbolised purification, new beginnings and the clearing of old paths. I placed it upright in the earth near my fire pit, letting it stand like a sentinel. Then I lit a small fire, nothing more than a handful of kindling and dry pine, and I let it burn low. I whispered the names of the old seasons that had passed through me this year, the things I wished to release, weariness, hesitation, the small burdens that cling like frost. When the flames were steady, I tapped the birch rod 3 times against the earth, the way the Krampusse dancers strike the ground during the run, not as punishment but as a way of waking the roots of the woodland, a way of saying the dark is here, let it do its work. The fire hissed as a few flakes of rain drifted down, but it's a downpour. It was just enough to remind me that winter was watching. I let the flames die naturally, buried the embers under a thin layer of soil and left the birch standing. A marker of the season's transition, a silent guardian, walking back through the trees. The cold peeled the last warmth from my cheeks, but I felt settled, aligned. The Whitby Krampus Run had shown me winter's wildness. The woodland had taught me its stillness. Between them I found balance, and that is all the solstice really asks for. To meet the dark without fear, to greet the returning light without haste, and to remember that even the wildest spirits have a place in this turning of the wheel. I will do a accompanying piece in early January to see if the birch staff is still standing. So watch this space. Since it's pouring down with rain now, I'm gonna finish this off by saying thank you very much for all you've done for this channel, and for myself, and for the woodland, for coming, drumming, eating, and storytelling. So, all friends from past years, you're always welcome. So thank you for watching, and I do hope to see you again.